Hello students, in our earlier video lecture we discussed about what is monopoly market and what are the conditions that is related with this market. Now in this video lecture we discuss about the market demand curve and average revenue curve. In case of monopoly market demand curve is the average revenue curve also. So, in our earlier discussion, when we discussed about the perfect competitive market, then you get this shape of average revenue curve. Okay. This is the diagram of perfect competitive market. Okay. So, in perfect competitive market, average revenue equal demand equal marginal revenue curve, because the reason is that price level is fixed or price is given. So at this given price level, the seller sell any commodity, the additional commodity you also sell at the same price, so or the total quantity of the commodity sell at the same price. So the average revenue, marginal revenue and demand curve is the same, horizontal with the x-axis line. But in case of monopoly market, the market demand curve, this is the market demand curve or average revenue curve. And market demand or average revenue is the same, but MR curve is different, or it is not, or MR curve is not coincide with the market demand curve or average revenue curve in monopoly market. We discuss about this topic in later. First we discuss how monopoly market fails the market demand curve, and how and why MD curve is and AR curve is the same for monopoly market. So first of all, you have to know what is market demand curve. Market demand curve is the curve which represents or reflects the quantity, the quantities that is purchased or demand by the total consumers as a whole at different price level. I again repeat, this is the market demand curve, and this market demand curve reflects the total consumers demand as a whole, total consumers demand or purchases different quantities at different price level. Okay, in single terms we can say that demand curve shows the quantities demanded by at different price level by consumer. So market demand curve, that means the whole market demand curve reflects the total quantity demanded or consumed or purchased by total consumers as a whole at different price level. So in this diagram you see that this is the market demand curve. How you get this demand curve? You know that there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demand. That is from the law of demand. So according to law of demand, there is an inverse relationship or opposite relationship between price and quantity demand. So when price is high, quantity demand is low, and price is low, quantity demand is high. So here you will also see that when price level is P1, that is at a low level of price, quantity demand is Q1. OQ1, you can also see OQ1. At low level price, quantity demand or consumed at a very high level. But when price level P0, it means when price increases, quantity demand decreases from OQ1 to OQ0. So you see that price affect the quantity demand. This price has an effect on the quantity demand. You can also state that quantity demand is a decreasing function of price. Why the quantity demand is a decreasing function of price? Because when price level becomes high, quantity demand decreases. Price level means low, quantity demand increases. When price becomes high, quantity demand decreases. Okay, this is the general concept of law of demand, from where we get the market demand curve. Okay. Now, if we discuss this in case of monopoly market. So in monopoly market, all of you know that there is a single seller present. So single seller does not mean that he can charge a very high level of prices which the consumers cannot afford. He can charge that level of high prices which the consumers can afford. Okay, so he in case of monopoly market, the market demand curve is downward sloping, because monopolist can sell a high level of quantity when he reduces the price level. Okay. So in case of monopoly market, we can state this argument that how monopoly market pays the market demand curve. If the monopolist want to increase or his sale of output, or if you want to maximize his profit level by selling maximum, then it can be possible at a low level of prices. And if the monopolist takes a low amount or a small amount in the market to sell, then he can maximize his profit by charging a high level of prices. Here, in case of monopoly market, quantity affects the price. How quantity affects the price? If monopolist want to maximize his sale of his commodity, then it can be possible, or he will set the price level at a lower. And if he maximize his profit but take a small amount of commodity, then he can earn his profit level, maximum profit, by charging a high price level. So quantity affects the price. Here not price effect, but from the quantity side, quantity affects the price level. In this way, he pays the market demand curve or market. So here we also see that price is the decreasing function of the quantity. Price is a decreasing function because if the monopolist want to increase his sale of output, then it may be possible at a low level of price by reducing the price level. So quantity is the decreasing function, or price is the decreasing function of the quantity or commodity. So for the monopoly firm, market demand curve express or reflect the commodity, express the price that is available for different commodities. In case of monopoly market, this demand curve reflects the price, different price that is available for different quantity or commodity. Now we discuss monopoly is the price maker of its commodity. In case of perfectly competitive market, farms and buyers are not the price maker, but in monopoly market, farms or the seller is the price maker of his commodity, because he is the single seller. He can charge or he can set the price level at which he sell different quantity. In case of monopoly market, monopoly has the perfect knowledge of his demand of the commodity, or he knows the demand curve of the commodity. So as the demand curve is downward sloping in monopoly market, so if he want to sell OQ amount, Q1 amount of commodity, then he will set the price at OP1 to maximize his profit level. Conversely, if he takes small amount of quantity to the market, then he can charge a high level of price. Means that from the quantity side, by taking or considering from the quantities, he can set the price level of his commodity. So he is the price maker of his commodity that is sold in the market. Therefore, we can say that monopoly is the price maker. Yep. So here we seen a difference between perfectly competitive market and monopoly market. In monopoly market, monopolist is the price maker by considering the quantities that is sold in the market, and in perfectly competitive market, farms are the price taker. They will not make the price level of his commodity, of their commodity, because the farms numbers are large and consumers also large. But in monopolies, he is a single seller, so he can set the price level of his commodity. If you want to increase or if you want a large amount to sell, then he can set the price level at a low rate, and if you want to take small quantity or if you want to sell a small quantity, then he can charge a high level of prices of his commodity. Okay. Now in the next video we discuss about the other concept, that is total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. The next video is total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue of monopoly market. Okay. So continue our discussion. Now we discuss about the total revenue and average revenue, and discuss about how market demand becomes the average revenue of monopoly market. We discuss it with the help of Seidel graph and a simple linear demand curve equations. Okay, linear becomes here no. This is a simple form of linear demand curve equation. So suppose the equations like Q equal 20 minus 2P. It is in the form of quantity terms. So here Q is the means quantity and P is the price level. Again, if we write these equations in terms of P, that is price level, then the equations becomes, we take the equations 10 minus 0.5 Q. Q is the quantity. Now, if we plot the values from this schedule is given in your table. So, if we put the values from the P column or Q column, suppose if you find out the quantity level of how much quantity, price level is given, so how much quantity you a monopoly farm sell. Suppose the price is 9.5. 20 minus 2 into 9.5. So 20 minus 19 equal 1. So if the price is 9.5, then monopoly sell only one commodity or one quantity level. Okay. Now, if quantity level is given, means the monopolies monopolies take this amount of commodity in the market, then he can set the price level in this way. So suppose 10 minus 0.5, suppose Q equal 2, then what is the price level? 10 minus 1.01, price becomes 9 rupees. It means if he wants to sell 2 commodities or increase his output, then he reduce the price level from 10 rupees to 9 rupees. Okay. Now, if we find out total revenue with the help of these equations, then the equations or the terms now total revenue becomes, suppose 10, how total revenue formula is, the formula of total revenue, TR equal P into Q. Okay, P equations 10 minus 0.5 Q into Q. If we find total revenue with the help of equations, then 10 Q minus 0.5 Q is squared, because here Q 2 times, so Q is squared. Now these equations will not a simple linear equations. It becomes as quadratic equations, in which the squared value, this is a squared value, becomes negative, or it has a negative coefficient. So when you find out total revenue with the help of equations, then you find that the equations will not become a simple linear equations, it becomes a quadratic equations and with a negative coefficient. So negative coefficient means total revenue curve. It does not mean total revenue curve is straight line. It means negative coefficient means total revenue of a monopoly farm, curve of a monopoly farm becomes a inverted vertical parabola type curve. Okay, in monopoly market, the total revenue curve becomes inverted vertical parabola curve. If you find this total revenue curve with the help of these values, you can put the values in graph. Okay, you can put the values in graph, then you find this way, this type of total revenue curve, where first total revenue increase when commodity increases, quantity of commodity sold increases, total revenue increases. One commodity sale 9.5 total revenue earned, 2 commodity 18, 3 commodity 25.5, 4 commodities 32, up to 10 commodities. When the firm sold 10 commodities, price becomes 5 rupees and total revenue becomes 50. Okay, up to this point total revenue increases, but after that total revenue becomes lower. So the quantities it is sold 11 quantities, price becomes 4.5. Now you see that if the formula applied, P into Q, 11 into 4.5 becomes 49.5. Total revenue becomes 49.5. So after the 10 commodities, the total revenue of monopoly firm decreases. This way, in this way you can also find average revenue and marginal revenue. So from this table, see that total revenue is the revenue. Total revenue is the revenue that is received by the firm from the commodities that is sold at the price level. Means you can find out total revenue by multiplying price with quantity. So when you find out total revenue with the help of equations, demand equations, you find that the equations will become a quadratic equations, and the squared term has a negative sign, and therefore the curve becomes a inverted vertical parabola curve. So when commodity sale increases, price level reduces. Means a monopoly firm, if the monopolist want to increase his sales of his output, then it can be possible at a price lower level of price. It means first quantity sale 9.5. If quantity 0, then price is 10 rupees. It means he said the price is 10 rupees. But if you want to increase his selling of his commodity, then it is see that price levels should be low, and in this way, if you want to sell 10 commodities, then price level becomes 5 rupees. Now we find out average revenue. How you find average revenue? So average revenue is equal to total revenue divided by Q. Means that average revenue is the per unit of revenue that from the commodity sold by the firm, or it can be said that the revenue that is received by the firm per unit of commodity sold. You can find out average revenue, total revenue divided by Q. So total revenue, formula is P into Q. Now Q cancel P. So average revenue equal P, means price is equal to the average revenue. So in the earlier we discussed that, in the earlier section video we discussed that P values. In P values, the diagram you see, the P values, this P values refers the market demand curve. This P value refers the market demand curve and average revenue curve. Therefore, this P value, market demand. Okay, so average revenue is equal to the market demand curve. In case of monopoly market, average revenue is the market demand curve. In the table, you also see that price 10, no revenue, price 9.5. If you sell one commodity, he gets 9.5 revenue, average revenue. 2 units commodity at 9 rupees, he gets 9 rupees average revenue. So in monopoly, price and average revenue is the same, and in the diagram you see that price level shows the market demand curve. So in monopoly, average revenue is equal to the market demand curve. In our next video, we show how what is the shape of the average revenue curve and marginal revenue curve. But note that in monopoly market, in case of monopoly market, marginal revenue, if this is the average revenue curve and this is the marginal revenue, means marginal revenue is less than average revenue. Therefore, marginal revenue curve lies below the average revenue curve. In a table, you see marginal revenue is less than the average revenue. Average revenue 9, marginal revenue 8.5, average revenue 8.5, marginal revenue 7.5. Okay. So marginal revenue is less than the average revenue. So when there is no commodity sale, no average revenue, no total revenue, no marginal revenue. Okay. For today, I hope you understand. Okay. So in our next video, we discuss how marginal revenue find and what is the relationship between total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue, and what are the shape of the curve and how you draw the diagram. Now for today, users note that in case of monopoly market, average revenue is the market demand curve. How? Because average revenue, in case of monopoly market, average revenue is the price, is equal to the price, and price level in monopoly market, price shows the market demand curve. Therefore, when price equal to average revenue, therefore market demand is also equal to the average revenue, and this curve also the average revenue curve of the monopoly market. And average revenue curve or market demand curve slopes downward because the monopolist, if the monopolist want to increase his sale of output, then it is possible at a low level of price. And if you want to if you take a small commodity or a small amount of quantity, then you can charge a higher price than the previous level of price. Okay. For today, thank you.